I'm just looking. First off, how you doing? And it's great. I definitely want to make sure that I give shout outs to and normally and I say this with love and affection. Normally I say this with love and affection to my favorite Uber driver, which is normally Hollywood. But Hollywood wasn't out here this weekend. So my favorite Uber driver this weekend is my boy Phil Handy. So if it wasn't for Phil Handy being my Uber driver of the weekend to get me home, because you guys know that a lot of times I have to start the show from the car and things like that. But it was very, even though Phil and I walked a lot, and then we took one of those rickshaws. And I thought the guy, like pedals their ass off. I guess he does, but then he like turns on the juice, and then it was some of those was it like battery operated power boost. But Hollywood, I see you're in here, sir. Good to see you. Always great talking to you. Um, Greetings to all. If you are here, if you're watching on Roku, okay, I'm gonna let you guys know this. If you're watching on Roku, I'm cutting off in an hour because Roku only has me on for an hour. But the one thing that I did tell y'all is that we can fucking cuss now on Roku. It is adult language on Roku. And if you notice, I took off like my shit ton of metalware. It's taking 25 pounds off from around your neck. And if you don't believe me, this is just some of it. This is just some of it. And there's another portion over there which is making a lot of noise. So that's why my neck and my back are fucked up. But greetings to all. As you might know, and I gotta find my mouse because I did this in the dry run the other day, and I gotta scroll, like the key tab, and I fucking hate that. But I'm doing it. Rest in peace to Suzanne Summers. I saw that. She was 76 years old. Wow. 76 years old. So rest in peace to Suzanne, the hot blonde with the nice rack from Three's Company for a long time ago. Now, having said that, let's get up to some of the other answers. J-Dub, salute cap, permission to come aboard. Yes, sir. Always granted. Raiders 1 for 6 in the red zone. Yeah, we need to work on that. But it is a W. But the thing is, as well, is that the Raiders only scored 19 offensive points. Now, granted, they needed the last two on the safety by Max Crosby and company in order to put the game out of reach. So we need to work on that. Sure, this is a happy recap, but still a lot to work on. I agree, Vince. Thanks for being here. So I don't know. You want me to board this? Yes, Vince, you can. But here's the thing. We won. And I see that was it Brian Grievno said McDummy. You win with the head coach, you lose with the head coach. You can't say, well, we won, but we lost because of the head coach, but we won because of everybody else. No, you can't do that. You got to be consistent in what you say. You got to be consistent in what you say. Does McDaniel's play calling leave something to be desired? Yes, it does. I've said that. But it is what it is, what it is. And until such a time that he's no longer our head coach, he's going to have to live and die with it. Step by step, Three's Company. Yeah, Crosby made up after the roughing the passer call. Yeah, that was, and it was a blatant roughing the passer call. These people say, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Brian, again, I'm not mad at you. Brian. I'm like, so when I have these, when you guys tell me things and you say your opinion, I say mine, it's not me being an asshole to you. It's just, I'm saying you can't have it both ways. And Brian's been a viewer for years, so I appreciate you doing that, sir. Remember, share, share it up, share it up, share it up. Unknown Raider guy is here. Hollywood's in here. Thank you. Bears will be okay. Lions, yeah. Bears is a winnable game. Will we win? I don't know. It is a winnable game. The Lions looking like right now that is probably the hardest NFC team that we play because we only play the 4 games in that division. You know, we beat the Pack. The Bears should be a win. The Vikings should be a win. But the Detroit, as I say on my shows on Thursday, that looks to be probably a loss. But that's the way it is. Ron McClendon, good to see you there, sir. Good to see you. Ron McClendon, my VA counselor. You made it on TV next to a Home Depot commercial. That's okay. For those folks that showed me on that, thank you. I got a couple different snapshots. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. McDaniels knows his butt is on the line. That is true, Unknown Raider guy. Yes. But everybody's butt is on the line, you know, and even Garoppolo is. And what is his injury status? I know Hollywood and I were talking about it. Said he hurt his back. I know how that. I said that. You saw all the freaking weight. My God. Oh, when you throw that and it's his back and it's the neck, it's painful. And I agree. I am of a mind, and I was talking to Hollywood as well, that let O'Connell come in and cook. Let O'Connell come in and cook. Sam Tanka, hope you're enjoying the win. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for being here. Raiders. Good to see you there, Sam. Thank you. Thank you for popping in. Oh, shit. Here we go. I don't know what Vince was saying about that. We need AOC4 to start. Hoyer in it. Hoyer had the great first pass, didn't he? By the way, I am at the Alara Hilton Grand Vacations. I think behind me is the Marriott Vacation Club. So, and I'm a Marriott member too. I always stay here. Salute, Jack and the Jack, Steve Luna. Thank you for being here, shipmate. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hoyer did fine. Actually got the ball over 10. That's true. His first pass was decent. So again, for all those saying that it's McDaniels, Hoyer is doing McDaniels' plays. Can't have it both ways. You need to stop being Captain T. Captain T, like Mr. T. I got it. Yeah. Pull that stuff off. Matt, I agree. And I've actually lessened. And Hollywood saw that. I'm about down 5 chains. I used to have like 5 more chains. But it's the look. And what I think I need is like an invention. And I for those that know how to do leather, and you see like the leather straps where people with long hair, they put their long hair in the leather straps for that to do the motorcycles. I need to put my chains in one of those letters and clasp it. And then I need a device that goes from that thing to my back, to my pants, like a suspender. And this way it takes most of the weight off of the chains into the leather, into the back, into the pants. I think it would work. I just need to make it. And you are right, Matt, but they expect it. Ugly Wind, yes, sir, it is. Good evening. Long time no see, my friend. Facebook user, thank you, sir. I don't know who you are because it says Facebook user. Please identify yourself. We won because of our defense. Yes, we did. I say we won in spite of McDaniels. However, we'll give Patrick Graham a little credit for helping us to keep a lead with it. Yes, and I saw members of his family as I was leaving today. I said, tell Coach, doing a good job. And I said, have him look for me because I'm usually in the tunnel. I wasn't today. I was in a different section. I said, I'm usually right by the tunnel. So it's cool to see the Raider family members there. It's going to be Hoyer or O'Connell. I think it's probably going to be Hoyer. And the only reason why I say that is because, well, we'd have to check. If the Chicago's got a decent defense, it might be Hoyer. But here's the other thing: if Garoppolo ain't playing, then it's going to be one or the other. And if Hoyer is sucking wind, then we'll have AOC to come in. I'm dying. McTominay keeps saying, that I do. That does bug me, Ron. Murph says Raiders going to get 9 wins. I don't think so. Well, we got, how many we got? 3, right? 6 more we could get. I said if we win against Chicago, that'd be 4. And we can, let's see, let's figure this out. We're going to lose against Detroit. We're going to lose against Miami. We're going to lose against the Chiefs. We can win against the Giants and the Jets. So that's 4 or 5. That's 6. So if we get another 3, that Vikings would be 7. It's going to be close. But you got to project. Home Depot, boo. Yeah, not a fan. We good. I just think he needs to have better play call. I agree with you, Brian. I said, I got you, brother. I ain't hating on you. Why run 3 times when the game was down? Yes, I agree. Captain, are you surprised Hoyer came in? No, I was not, because I thought that because of he was being the number 2 quarterback, if he is the number 2 quarterback, you can't go to your number 3 quarterback by the rules. You can only go to number 3 if both number 1 and number 2 are knocked out of the game. Got taken to the hospital with a back. Yes. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what it is. Keep Jimmy Glass on the bench. Thanks, Matt Lincoln, for coming in. Wild Turkey. Bial is in here. Good. Ahoy. Never thought our defense would be ranked 13th in yards. Isn't that great? That's right. If we have an above average defense, and if our offense could start doing what it should be able to do, you would think it would be able to do it, but they're not. It hasn't. AOC was inactive. That's why. Yes, exactly. Thank you there, Matt. He was the inactive quarterback. He only could come in if Hoyer got injured. Then he could have came in. Fan ratio was about 70-30, Steve. There are some Patriots, but remember, the Patriots inundated our stadium last year, not this year. It was, because they got a good dose last year, so a lot of them went. So I'd say 70-30. How do you feel about the Raider fans still complaining about the win? Matt, I don't know. I'm loving the win. That should be easy to make. Yeah, Silent, if you can figure it out, because I got the idea. I'm an idea guy, but I'd have to have it done. Like I said, you take a leather strap, like for the long-haired biker chicks and dudes, with the snaps, right? You snap up all of the chains like here, and there's a few of them I'm missing, and you snap the ones that are out of it, and you snap it into one device, right? And then you have a device that goes like a suspender down, and it snaps on your pants. It would take a lot of the weight off your neck. It would put it through the device into your pants. At least in theory, it would. I think it would work, and I need one. Captain, start getting fake jewelry at waist. Yeah, that's true, Sam. I can't have you hurting, my friend. We got to make it to the playoff. Yeah, okay, Sam. Hopefully, I agree. But I already have the stuff. I just have to make it way less, I guess. I got to make it. But until such time, I need to make that device. And if I can make that device, or if somebody can make it for me, like I said, that's the idea. Jets defense ain't going to let McDoodoo score. McDoodoo. I love it. I'm not counting us out. I'm beating the Chiefs. They aren't playing that. Yeah, but I'm just saying right now, I figure at least that's a split, right? Cannon Fire Podcast. Hey, good to see you, brother. How'd the fucking Bucks do? I'm reading. These fucking Bucks got me hot. Offense may as well have stayed home. What was the score there, buddy? I didn't expect the Bucks to win because I expected the Lions to win. People say, "No, the Bucks will win." No, the Lions and the Eagles, and until the fucking Niners lost today, those are the teams. Those are the teams that are doing well, right? I want to see what the reflection. Okay, there you see the front camera, and you see okay the bed, or is that the couch? But that's the reflection. That's the best I can do. Thanks, bud. I hope to see you. Are you still working with the radio? I need to get a job. Mark Volmer, 2 catches for 17 is sad. True. Giants got on the throwbacks. I got to turn it on. I have the baseball game on. I got to maybe make a quick look. Okay. Hi, Captain. Velvet, good to see you, brother. Mike Evans, future Raider. That would be nice. That would be nice. Mark, great. Nice meeting you today. Always, sir. Great. Can I be your guest when I go to Vegas? Well, unless you have a set of tits and an ass and they're going to put out, probably not. Just saying. I didn't expect them to win either, but I expected better. I don't know anything that happened, partner. I'm not bagging on the Bucks because I normally do anyway. I'm not bagging on them. I'm just saying I don't know anything that happened today. I'm working for a guy named Bubba the Love. Yeah, Bubba the Love Sponge. Yes. I need a gig. I ain't lying. I need a gig. Please get with me. I need to do something. Thrash, good to see you. Halloween, happy early holiday. Happy early Halloween. Browns beat the Niners. Yes. And I finished this before I went on the air. So I that was one. I got another one that's still cold, and I got a half of one that's still in the fridge. All right. So having said that, and this is going to be the pain in the ass part because I got to do this. Okay, I got to control. See? I'm pushing control V. See, I didn't do that. Control. Okay, control V. There we go. All right. I put the link in the chat. I don't have my YouTube on, so I can't see all of the responses. But you got a link. Hey, brother, if you want to come in and talk about the Bucks, I'll be kind of calling the Bucks for you because you are the Cannon Fire podcast. I usually call them the fake Pirates. You know that. You want to come in and talk about the Bucks. You want to talk about the Raiders. You want to talk about anybody. If you're a non-Raider fan and you're here and I haven't ventured onto your team, that's why we're here. It is Ask Captain Jack. It is the Sunday edition after the game. I got some time. Thank you for Phil Handy for bringing me home. And I said, normally it's Hollywood, but Hollywood wasn't here. Okay. We are going to go to Positive Philly, who I know we're going to talk Phillies. We'll probably talk Eagles. I said, come on in there, Cannon Fire Podcast. It's great to talk about the Bucks. So I said, you're going to see the reflection in the back from the windows. The last time I did this, I had like a double talk about Cannon Fire Podcast. I had double cannons in my face because there was the two ladies that were racked out. It was probably it was Loretta and her double cannons, and a young lady whose name I won't even venture with her double cannons, and they were going, or I was going, and they said I was, what was I said? They said I was blushing. I probably was. Good. We're gonna have Rhett come on in a bit. Rhett, stand by. I'm gonna get Positive Philly in here because he's first. Positive Philly, we're gonna go with you first, brother. Talk to me. What's going on, Eagles wise, Philly? What the hell is going on? Good to see you there, Positive Philly.
How's it going, Captain Jack?
I'm good, and I got my cans. Baby.
Yeah, of course you are. Y'all got to win today, and we lost to the goddamn. We lost to the goddamn New York Jets.
You lost to the Jets? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well then I might have to think again about the Raiders Jets game. If you lost to the Jets. Well,
Yeah.
okay. And where was it, in Philly?
No, it was not.
Pardon me. Okay, well, maybe that was one of the reasons. What
But
was the
you
score?
see-
What happened?
The thing is, we we were undefeated against the Jets all the time going into this game, and I thought it was going to be an easy game. I mean, it's Zach Wilson. He's a horrible quarterback, and I mean Jalen Hurts played like shit today. He threw 3 interceptions, and once Lane Johnson went out, he went out with an ankle injury and didn't return. So once he went out, we kind of lost. Kind of looked bad from there, lost the game, and I mean, it's on to the Dolphins next week. Sunday Night Football. We'll be rocking the Cali Green jerseys for the first time next week, so I'm excited about that. But I can't sit here and believe that we lost to the Jets. Out of all teams, the New York Jets.
But here's the thing, though, brother. You weren't gonna have a record where you were eventually gonna lose to the Jets. Eventually, one of these days. So one of these days was today, right?
Unfortunately,
But what was the score? Because I don't know.
20-14.
Okay, so it was a 1-score game.
And I mean, it wasn't even like it wasn't even impressive. Like I thought we were going to steamroll over them. Like it was 14-12 at one point, and then Hurts threw his pick six, his final pick six of the game, with like 1:20 left, something like that, and lost the game.
So they lost on a pick six that Hurts threw.
Yeah.
And then went for 2 and they made it 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they basically, you can say we lost on one play. I know it didn't really work out that way, but you lost on one play.
Yeah.
So you lost.
I mean, I'm sure you understand as a Raiders fan. I'm sure you've had those games.
Yes. Yes, I do understand.
The Niners beat the Jets, or not the Jets.
Niners lost. Yeah, the Browns beat
the Niners.
Yeah,
the Niners lost to the Browns, so that makes me feel a little bit better. But I at least want to be the only undefeated team after at least the week.
Okay, but you're not, and it's okay.
Captain,
it's okay. It's okay, brother.
We got the fight. It's this week in the LCS versus Diamondbacks. So
yes, yeah. Now I want to take a couple of seconds on that.
Hopefully they don't disappoint.
What is your prognostication for the National League Championship Series? Honestly,
I think we win in 5. I think we win. In 5.
Yeah. Now, who do you see coming out of the American League?
Astros. Honestly, I think it's going to be a rematch, and I want it to be too.
Well, the way I'm looking now, Texas is winning 1-0. Bottom 4, top 4. I can't see it.
Excuse me. It's game 1. It's game 1. I think that could go. I think that could go a longer series than us. I think we'll win in 5. I think Houston will win in like 6 or 7.
Okay.
But yeah, I honestly want a rematch. I think we're better than we were last year. I think we have what it takes to beat Houston.
We are. I think so. And when I say we, I mean the Royal Philadelphia Phillies. We. That's what
we have Trey Turner now. We didn't have Trey Turner last year. Right. I know he's one player, but
that one player can make the difference, brother.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, positive. One quick one, and I'm going to get Rhett in here. What's going on?
Listen, if we win the World Series, you got to come out to go to the parade.
If I can, I will.
You will?
If I can, I will. Like I said, I'm not working right now, so if I can get up there where it doesn't cost a shit ton of money, yeah, I'll go up to the parade. I'll see you. I'll see Jamie. I'll see anybody else. I would love to do that because when I left Philadelphia as a kid, I left it when the Flyers won their second straight Stanley Cup, and I remember that. And it was bedlam. It was wonderful, and I would love to see a championship parade. I would love to see it. So if they do win, I will. I will try.
Win. They will, Captain. You don't got to worry. I'll see you in Broadstreet.
When they win. Okay. Hey, great having you on, brother.
You too.
Take care. That's positive, Philly. Good guy. Now we're gonna. Oh my God! First off, I'm seeing the redhead here, and he looks like you. And before I put you on camera, I'm thinking you lost about 30 pounds. I can't remember. I can't hear you till you come in. Wait a second. Wait, I'm going to bring my boy Rhett in here. Rhett and I go way back. Rhett and I go way back when he was basically a high school teenager, right?
I was probably 17 or 18. Yeah, I'm gonna be turning 25 this year.
Fuck it, man! I tell you, it's like one of my own. It's like my young kid, you know. And I know that I feel like my kind of adopted son.
It's crazy. It is kind of crazy to think about how long it has been. Because I mean, even I first started at CSB in the fall of the summer of 2018.
Yeah.
And by then I had already known you for over a year. So I mean, right. we're definitely pushing 6+, almost 7 years now, which is crazy to think it's gone by that fast.
Yeah. And I said, Rhett is the man with the Cannon Fire podcast. I want to make sure I said that right. It should be like I'm going to let you pip it. Make sure you put it on the screen. It's a Tampa Bay fake pirate podcast, but it is a fantastic thing. The Cannon Fire podcast. I give him hell.
Oh, that's all right. I mean, listen, you know, we've got our two teams go way back.
Yes.
Fortunately, when they meet on the grandest stage of them all, we do know who stands the tallest. And I don't get to bug you about your boy Tom Brady anymore, but he was able to make an appearance today, so I'm glad he could.
Did he make an appearance? I remember. I didn't watch the game.
Oh well, not today in the game, but at least today on your live stream, because I know that he is your favorite player.
Oh, fuck you,
Thomas Edward Patrick. But
I am so glad I can swear now on Roku because I wasn't able to swear before, but he did it just to bug me.
I love it. I love it. It's a great atmosphere. But yeah, Cannon Fire podcast for anyone who's interested about those fake pirates down in Tampa, at Cannon Fire podcast, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, people call it now, I guess. And then you can also find us with video on YouTube, and then download us anywhere you listen to a podcast, Spotify, iTunes podcast, all that good stuff. But as far as the game goes today,
talk to me.
I didn't expect the Bucs to win. I did not expect the Bucs to win. I am not one of these people who saw a 3-1 start and said that the Bucs are going to win fucking 11 games this year, because a lot of fans down here seem to think that, unfortunately.
Because they've been, I don't know what the hell it is, dude, because we live there. I live there, you live there. The Bucs fans are delusional.
In both ways. It's really weird, because for the longest time nobody around here would support the team. Nobody would go to the games. Nobody had anything good to say about the team, even when they were not competitive, because they fucking sucked forever. Yeah. But when they were even when they were playing good football at times, you had a lot of people who just wouldn't give them credit for anything. Now it seems like maybe it's just more of a casual audience after the Tom Brady experience, but it seems like people are very quick to give them more credit than they deserve. And there's a lot of good things about this Bucs team this year that I do like. I think they're going to continue to win some more games. My record prediction was 8-9, which I think is like best case scenario for a first-year play caller, a new quarterback, a lot of new personnel, a lot of new coaches, stuff like that. So they are playing above expectations so far, but tempering expectations for the rest of the fan base has kind of been a challenge this year. But a game like today, I mean, they've played well enough to where even my expectations were like, all right, let's come into this game and at least make it competitive. Because when they lost to the Eagles week 3 on Monday night, nobody was going to be upset about it. Nobody's going to fucking give you shit for losing to the Eagles. They're just, and even with the Lions, as well as they have played now 13-3 over their last 16 games, nobody's really going to give you shit if you lose to the Lions. But I expected it to be a better game. I expected them to look better. I expected them to execute better. And on the offensive side of the ball, there was just nothing today. Nothing. Play calling was awful. Mike Evans was bad. He was bad. It wasn't putting an effort in, was dropping passes. And this is a guy that said he wants to be paid like a top 3 wide receiver at the beginning of the season. And he's got a lot of drop passes this year that are leaving points on the field. You can't get fucking paid like a top 3 receiver if you can't make the catches that a top 3 receiver can. And I'm the biggest Mike Evans fan there is. He's one of my favorite Bucs of all time. But if you don't want to be here and you look like you don't want to be here, then don't be here.
But do you think he's deliberately just kind of like going through the motions?
I want to say no, like I really believe that he is a business first guy, and I think he has enough respect for the organization to go out there and do his job, because he knows that if he doesn't, it's going to show. And if it shows, he's not going to get paid. So I do think he is taking this season personally, and he's going out there and really trying to bust his ass. But I don't know what it was today, but it wasn't there. I mean, he wasn't the only guy who looked like he didn't want to be there today. But, you know, when you do have a captain C on your chest, the Bucks waited this long to vote on captains. And Mike Evans gets voted a captain, which is no surprise, but I just expected a little more from him today, and obviously the rest of the offense. But for this being a litmus test for the Bucks to see how they rank up to some of the better teams in the NFL, I was just expecting a little more fight than 2 field goals at home. Also, the return of the creamsicle. I don't know if you were aware of that.
Yes, I do know that they were wearing and I've gone over this with you. And what did I tell you one of the first times I met you? I said I never had a problem with the Bucks until do you remember what I said? What the until was?
Until they change the logo.
Thank you. Because what was the change there, Rhett? What was the change?
I think specifically you had brought up the symbolism of the cross swords. Maybe
ding, 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 the cross swords.
Yeah. Maybe not even so much the skeleton. You know, it wasn't the pirate flag. It wasn't the skull. It was the cross swords. Because to be fair, there was already an NFL franchise that had that look down.
Which franchise was that?
I don't know. They're not even in Oakland anymore. So.
Touche.
Hey, how about the Raiders though? Good win for you guys today, right?
It was a win in spite of some things. The Raiders are actually playing defense, and their defense is what's winning games in the end. So,
what are your thoughts? I have to ask, and if you don't talk about it on your show, that's fine, because I totally get it with a situation like this. But what's your 2 cents on Chandler Jones?
Well, he's not a Raider anymore.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And I am on record in stating that when he was a Raider, I said, I want Chandler Jones to get all of the help, and support that he needs. And I'm still by that. He's no longer a Raider, but I want him to be well. My pissiness was with the contract. And I said, let Chandler Jones get healthy and well, but fuck him on him putting that contract over the Raiders. And I think that when they cut him with the conduct detrimental to the team. So they're trying to get out of the contract, which I agree with. I want him to be well, but because he ain't wrapped right. And I want to make the Raiders to get the compensation so that they're not screwed out of that really bad contract. And I think maybe it'll happen. So I'm on record. I want the man healthy. Mm-hmm. I want him well. I want him to have a good life, but I want the money back for compensation. So it's this and that.
Yeah, I agree with what you said about how first and foremost, you got to get him right. You got to get him healthy. You got to get him back on track. Whatever he's going through, personal stuff or otherwise, it seems like a big mess, and they got to do what they can to reel that in. With that being said, though, I will say, I think people are going to be paying close attention to how the NFL in particular handles this. And I know maybe some people would say that, like, oh, it's not the NFL's job to look after this guy. He's a grown man, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But you and I both know that if something happens and 5 to 10 years go by, the conversation isn't going to be all the stuff that he's been talking about. The conversation is going to be head injuries, maybe some things he sustained during his time in the NFL.
Yep.
And at this point, with as public and outspoken as he has been, potentially slandering, the NFL, which is something that they will never allow to happen. I mean, they just pulled an SNL skit a couple of years ago because it was, potentially dangerous to the brand or whatever the hell. So, that the decorum that the league holds themselves to, they don't want this to come back to them in a negative light. But I do think it is going to be interesting to see if they give this guy resources, if they continue to work with him, because obviously that's what's most important. But I think if something does happen and the NFL takes a hands-off approach, I think it really is going to come bite them in the ass. But it's incredibly unfortunate because he was, God, dude, like one of the best for a while.
But he's been on a milk carton since last year. And aside from the win against the Patriots last year in the fumbleception, with Jacoby Myers throwing him, I call it a fumbleception because it was kind of both, right? It was technically an interception, but it was a fumbleception, right? And we won because of that, and because we were going to overtime, or I think that they were going to try. Well, I think we were up 3, and they were trying to drive down the field to go to overtime or whatever, or maybe it was tied. Yeah, maybe it was tied. I can't rember.
I thought it was tied, and all they had to do was run the clock out.
Yeah, that's what it was. So, and then they went for the win, and they lost because of the fumbleception. So that because it was the kid he used to play for the Jets and the Jags, Cole, that caught the touchdown that did the tap. And it was a good tap, and it was a good touchdown. No, it wasn't. And yes, it was. It was a good touchdown. And then it was tied up, and then we kicked off to him, and then the fumbleception happens, and we win the game in regulation instead of going overtime. But it was a great game. But other than that game, and maybe one other game where he actually did something, that was 2 games out of 17 that he did something.
Well,
he's not worth any of the money.
What is the Raiders' track record with big name free agents these last couple of years? I mean, it seems like whenever you guys bring someone in and you pay them that big contract that the other teams won't, something awful happens. And I don't know if it's the Vegas.
Well, no. I'm going to go back to Oakland. I'm going to go back to a certain. I'm going to go back to a certain player that we're number 99 for the Raiders that took our money and didn't do crap, right?
Hold on. Are you talking about this guy? Hold on. You go ahead. It's going to take me a second.
Okay, go get it. Yes, can you still hear me, Rhett? You might not be able to hear me. Going back to
99? You talking about this guy?
Yeah, that guy. And I still got my Raider jersey because I won't ever burn any Raider jerseys. But that guy took our money and didn't do shit.
I'll be honest, he's a piece of shit human being. But I did wear this jersey today because at least in Tampa Bay Buccaneers history, he is one of the most dominant D tackles of all time. But even that Sap jersey today did not bring me any luck. So
yeah, well, that's because it's a fucking Sap jersey. I'll let you put it away. Yeah, I'll let you put it away so you can listen to what I'm saying. But going back even to him, hopefully you can still hear me. Javon Walker, who we got from, I can't remember who we got Javon. I think it was the Packers. We paid a shit ton of money for Javon Walker. And we paid a shit ton of money for, I called him Arsenio Hall, and I can't remember his first name, but it was Hall, the defensive back. And I think we paid him, we paid him basically $1 million a game for 8 games, like $8 million contract before we cut him. And it was horrible. And then, of course, there's, Chandler Jones. There's Justin Tuck, who played decently, but really wasn't worth the money. Justin Tuck, we paid. And all of these guys that we paid a bunch of money for, didn't work out. And it's the guys that we actually kind of homegrown, like i.e., and I'm going to say his real name because I normally call him 50 Who, but Khalil Mack, we did well with. Obviously, we did well with Crosby, but we still need somebody on the other side. And for all those people that are poo-pooing Wilson, he's a bust, he's a bust, he's a bust. No, he wasn't. We weren't expecting him to jump into the starting lineup right now, and he has a lot of pressure on him. He's coming off of plantar fasciitis, so he was, he's coming along okay, but he's expected to do all that. But yeah, we have not had a good track record with free agents, and I don't think, and really, actually, there's a reason why they're free agents. And you pay a bunch of money for somebody that somebody else cut loose.
Yeah.
Because if they were a free agent, why are they loose? Because somebody wouldn't pay them the money that they thought that they were worth, right?
Well, and a lot of times when you look at the moves the Raiders have made, like I have come away from the offseason the last couple of seasons looking at what the Raiders have put together. And a couple of years ago, that offseason where they got Chandler Jones, and they're coming in with a defensive line that's got Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, who was just the NFL sack leader less than 2 seasons before. I was like, oh shit, like they're ready to make some noise, and that's how a lot of those signings feel at first, and then I don't know what it is, but some extra variable just comes in, something else happens, and it does not go according to plan. But I mean, kind of like what you said, I will agree as far as the Raiders defensive line you guys have now, the development of that, you got to get Max some help because he's playing the best football of his entire career. He is a fucking problem every week, and he can't be doing it by himself anymore.
Well, when you get Wilson on the other side to give him a hand, we had Kuntz, who was like a third or fourth year player that's playing okay. And we got some push in the middle with Jenkins. Jenkins outplayed Bilal Nichols. And Young, the kid from Alabama, shows some signs, but he needs to flex in more. We're going to have a defense that's going to be decent. And it's like, who's to say, wow, the Raiders' defense is good? Their offense sucks. That's something you wouldn't have thought, because all of our money is tied up in the offense. And it should be like that.
I'll ask you one more question, and then I got to get out of here. I'm going to watch the rest of this Sunday night football game. But
okay. Yeah, well, first off, it's a pleasure having you. You come in anytime.
Absolutely, man. Good catching up with you. We always try and keep in contact. So I'm glad that we can still talk after all this time.
Yeah. And I got to ask, you look like you lost 30 pounds.
I don't know about 30 pounds, but I have tried to do better. I did lose a good amount of weight earlier this year, but to be completely honest with you, I've been slacking off these last few weeks.
Well, you look good. You look, like you said, you look skinnier in a good way.
I really appreciate that. It does mean a lot. So one more question while we are on the topic of guys that the Raiders are paying a lot of money to. What are your thoughts on Davante Adams so far, with that experiment? I know that Jimmy G, left the game to go to the hospital today. I don't know what the hell happened to them. Hopefully he's okay. But, Davante Adams has already, I don't want to say had issues, and this is an outside perspective looking in, but it seems like at times.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Davante Adams has issues with Jimmy G. Yes.
Yeah.
He would rather have O'Connell throw him the ball.
Yeah. So
and he wanted him, like I said, Davante Adams got hurt in the Charger game a couple weeks ago in the first half. If Jimmy G was the quarterback, he wasn't coming in again. He came back in the second half because O'Connell was there. And he wanted to support him, and he was playing hurt, but he was playing because O'Connell was there. He has more respect for O'Connell than he has for Jimmy G. And Jimmy G's number one target is not Davante Adams. It's Jacoby Myers, because they have that rapport from New England.
Yeah.
That's his number one target. And it's pissing Adams off.
So with that being already, I guess, known about Adams, some of the shit he's already said, he made a statement this year and said that you guys aren't doing things the right way to build a winning team or something along those lines. He's been disgruntled before. So do you, as someone who watches the Raiders every week, one, do you think he's good enough to have that attitude? Has he been good enough for you guys to have that kind of attitude? And two, do you ultimately think it's going to work out, or do you think after this season they try and just send him wherever he wants to go?
I'll answer your second question first. I don't know what's going to happen after this season. A lot will have to entail as to who the quarterback is for next year. Is it going to be O'Connell? Is it going to be a drafted quarterback that maybe shows a lot? And it's not going to be Caleb Williams, folks. I mean, we're going to be better than people think, and we're not going to get the Caleb Williams sweepstakes unless you trade the farm or have like a Ricky Williams type of draft. And we don't need that. We need a bunch of more players in different positions. And I've said this. Okay, first off, give O'Connell a chance to see what he can do, and if he plays sufficiently and he has the cerebrum to do it, then let O'Connell be the quarterback. But here's the other question: is McDaniel going to be the coach after this year? Because then you throw the baby out with the bathwater type of crap, and you start over again.
What the hell happened last year? I saw that you guys wanted to fire McDaniels, but literally could not afford to do it.
Yeah.
So, like now it's just a ticking time bomb. Or do you think if they do continue to win some games, maybe win 7-8 games this year, his job is safe?
I think his job is safe, providing that they play for him, as long as he hasn't lost the locker room. Because Carr was a cancer, Waller was a cancer, and they're no longer here. So as long as McDaniels wins the majority, keeps the majority of the locker room going, I think that, by the way, Adams is good enough to do whatever the hell he wants and say whatever the hell he wants, because he has the wasta. Like Mike Evans can do the same thing in Tampa Bay because he's their all-time leading receiver, and you can't say shit about him because he is your all-time leading receiver, and he has the wasta. He can say whatever the hell he wants because he can back it up, perform it, and he can take his football and go elsewhere after the season. You can't get shit for him. But Adams is under contract, so we can say, Devontae, do you want to be here? This is your options. We got these quarterbacks X, Y, and Z. Because if he wants to be here, he'll stay. If he doesn't, we'll get some collateral for him. And for those that are saying that Renfro's on the trading block, we need a defensive end for it. Yes, because I saw Renfro play 2 plays today. 2. And that is the guy that had 100 catches a couple years ago and is a great gadget receiver, but he's not getting any play. So if he's not getting any play, there's a reason why he's not getting any play, because they're shopping him.
Yeah.
They don't want him injured. And that's the way I think it is.
I would be surprised if Renfro is there after the trade deadline. I mean, he's a name that even, people are bringing up down here. People are saying the Bucs should trade for Hunter Renfro because, we are a pretty thin team beyond Mike Evans and Chris Godwin in that wide receiver room. So I think he is a potential option for some of those wide receiver needy teams. But I will leave you with this. The Bucs find themselves in that situation that you just brought up with Mike Evans, where if he decides to take his ball and go home after this year, they're not going to get shit for him. They're not even going to get a compensatory pick for him because he is a 10-year veteran player.
Wow. I did not know that. Not even a comp pick. Wow.
Yeah. So I think if they do, if I'm not mistaken, if they do get a comp pick for him, it is
like
locked
6 or 7.
It's locked as a 5th. It cannot be anything higher than a 5th. So that's going to be interesting.
Hey, at least it's a 5th if it's locked,
I guess. But for Mike Evans, for the greatest offensive player this franchise has ever seen, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. And unfortunately, the Bucs have started well enough to where, the trade deadline is on October 31st for the NFL. I don't think he's going to be traded. Even if the Bucs find a way to drop their next 2 games, I don't think he's going to be traded. I think he is going to finish up the season with Tampa Bay, which I just don't think they have the money to pay him what he wants to be paid. But hey, I mean, shit, if you keep dropping passes, I don't think anybody's going to pay you what you want to be paid. So it's a 2-way street. I'm a big Mike Evans fan, so the rest of the season is going to be mostly me coming to grips with potentially losing Mike Evans, because I think the Bucs have too many guys they got to pay. Tristan Wirfs, they can wait a year on, but he switched over to left tackle, so his price tag just went up $10 million.
Yeah.
Antoine Winfield Jr., it didn't look the best today, but before today, he was playing like one of the best safeties in the NFL. His contract year is coming up. So with that being, and Devin White too. I don't know if
Sean Murphy Bunting got an interception before I left.
He did. I saw that happen today, number 0. Yeah. And he wasn't even the biggest issue for the Bucs last year. It was just staying healthy in that secondary. But it's a tough spot to be in, and we can thank our Lord and Savior Tom Brady for giving us a $40 million $40 million dead cap hit to start the offseason for Tampa Bay because
Amen.
he just had
Amen.
paperwork. He couldn't have waited 2 months to file that resignation paperwork. No, sir.
Yeah. Well, that's my way of fucking the Bucks. There you go. Yeah, I like that.
There you go. He got us a championship, but he also sure as shit got us in the pockets on the way out. So
he fucked you going through the drive-through, man. That's what he said.
Cap, it's always good talking to you, my friend. Good talking ball, and hopefully we'll talk again soon.
Please do. And like I said, if there's anything that I can do over there other than janitorial work, some actually money work, that for if you need somebody, I'm there, man. Because I said I ain't doing anything. I'll be a board op if they need.
Hell yeah, brother. I'll start asking around. We've got some affiliate stations still in Tampa who I will start looking into that because our engineer is a guy named Andy who does work for a couple of those. He's like the engineer for some of the smaller stations around, like Genesis and God, what's the other one called? Genesis and Salem. He does all of their engineering shit. So I'll talk with him when I get in next week. And
I would need a crash recourse though, because I've been the talent for so long. I forget how to do all of the menial work. But I get it.
It's the places the smaller stations. It's easy to learn because it's not nearly as much of that new technology that I've never fucking like. There's so much stuff in these new stations that I've seen that blows my mind. The stuff that people got to go through to learn how to use it. But yeah, I will definitely keep in contact with you. And if anything comes up, I'll let you know, friend.
I appreciate it. And my pleasure, Rhett. My boy, Rhett Matthew from, go ahead, give that up.
The Cannon Fire Podcast. If you are ever jonesing for some Tampa Bay Buccaneers coverage, you can come check us out. YouTube with video at Cannon Fire Podcast, and then anywhere you download a podcast. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and expecting some fun things for the rest of the season. We've been getting some more former players on for our Lions game preview. We had former Lions safety Glover Quinn on, and that got a lot of really good attention for us. So hoping to bring some unique perspectives and stuff like that for the rest of the year. So we're excited.
Always a pleasure, sir. Thank you for popping in. It was nice hearing from you again.
Thank you, Cap. I'll talk.
Be good. Hey, I didn't push. Rhett, I didn't push. You pushed quick. You pushed, you prematurely pushed. It was a premature thing. And yes, Richard Seymour was a good, thank you, Mike, for saying that. Richard Seymour worked out. Let's see here. Should go Control V. Why the hell is it not working? I said I need my mouse. There we go. If you want to see what's going in, why is it not working? Thank you. I think it went. Come in. Yes, Mike Arline, again, I think he needs to. Why not? Let him play for the rest of the year. Connor can throw the ball down the field. Amen. Grab a hoe. Garbage. I like to think. I'd much rather bag on the quarterback than bag on the coach. I know it's a double standard. But the coach is for everybody. The quarterback is just the quarterback. Bad loss. Oh, yeah, Clayton's talking about his Broncos. And I'll be with Clayton, I'll call them the Broncos. I can't stand them. I call them the Donkeys. Robert Bigler's talking about Mad Max. He's a Chief fan, of course, as you see that creepy tomahawk thing on it. Good to hear from you, Robert. Thank you. But Denver Broncos for life, baby. You can say that. Thanks, Clayton. And Clayton's a friend of the show, and he's cool. Premature push. That's what she said. Rhett. Rhett's good people. Thank you there. Premature push on your part, not on mine. No. So, Cap, hope you're doing good. I'm good, Jared. I'm like I said, we are. For those that are watching on Roku, we are coming up on the top of the hour, and they only have it scheduled for an hour. So on my shows, I got to talk to Linda. It's fine. If you want to continue to watch the show and you're watching on Roku, please come to my YouTube channel, Captain Jack Rackham Levy, CaptainJackRackham Levy. Come find me on YouTube. My boys back in LA next week against the Rams. That's going to be a good game. Ozzy is in here. Thank you for that, Port Adelaide Raider. I'm not hyped about beating a NAS team like the Pats. Yeah, that's true. By less than a touchdown, yeah, I agree. And Green Bay by 4, real test since the Bills would be the Lions. That's a loss as far as I'm concerned. Especially when our offense only scored 4 touchdowns in 8 quarters. Like I said, they've only scored 19 points today offensively. Thor, Raider Nation Drinking Club. Yee! And like I said, I need a beer and 2 shots, Thor. The next time I see you, I will do the Raider Nation Drinking Club Challenge. Oh, yeah, I'm giving the D the credit they deserve, Thor. Like I said, those last 2 points were instrumental in sealing the win. We were talking to what is it? Ozzy in Port Adelaide. We're going to go back to the other Ozzy. See, it's like you got Port Adelaide Ozzy, then you got Avakazi Raider Ozzy. Ozzy!
Oi, what's going on now?
Good to
Salute,
see
mate,
ya.
everybody in the chat. What's going on? I heard you guys were talking about my boy right there. Richard
Seymour. There
For
you
sure.
go. Yeah, good to see you.
You
Good
see
to
that
see
behind?
you.
But
Yeah, I see.
name?
I didn't see a little bit of your ass. I just seen a little bit of your name.
Well, the focus should be on the shirt, not on anything else, if you know what I'm talking about.
I got you. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I mean, it's good to come off a win. Like, it was more of the same. I mean, it wasn't pretty, but we got the job done at the end of the day. So I want to try and focus more on the positives. But yeah, I mean, there were some things to, they didn't really go as well as what we would have hoped for. But at the end of the day, it's like I keep saying, just win, baby. We won. So
That's right. And one thing, Avakazi is going to be joined afterward by Clayton, my Bronco buddy. Like I said, I got 2 cool. Like Richie is a cool Broncos fan. Clayton's a cool Broncos fan. But I'll tell you the reason why they're cool, because first off, Richie is from Canada and Clayton is from Wisconsin. That's why they're nice. They're not your typical a-hole Bronco. And I know I'm getting a little bit of a smile from Clayton because a lot of Bronco fans, well, Mary's cool. There's a few, but And Mundungus is cool. But we're going to be joined by Clayton after Avakazi comes in. And then I might just pop off at I'm only going to probably do another half an hour as I'm hungry. But again, I apologize I wanted to catch you before you got into your rant, and I went from there. Avakazi, start us off. Anything you want to share with us, brother?
Well, look, the defense again, I thought was pleasing for the most part. They did their thing. We got another turnover with Trayvon Morgan. We got our first safety to seal the win. For how long has it been since we got a safety?
I don't remember the last safety we had.
Right.
Yeah, look it up. Tell me when
somebody share that set. I cannot remember the top of my dome, and I'm usually pretty good at remembering things in terms of
the only safety that I remember was when the Raiders played the Cowboys like 10, 12, 15 years ago, and the quarterback ran it out of the end zone in order to seal the win because the Cowboys could, kind of like what was it? I think I saw it in college football yesterday, that they ran out of the end zone in order to seal the win so that you didn't have
so a deliberate kind of safety.
Right, a deliberate
a strategic safety, not a safety by we defensively earned it.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
But it was a great safety by Matt, and he was being held all day.
Right. But yeah, Crosby's going to do Crosby things, and sure enough, he showed up in the clutch. So
yeah,
that was pleasing to see. Our secondary did okay for the most part. I thought Amik, he played on the other side of the coin this week. He had a very good show out last week, but I thought this week he got beaten a few times, missed a few tackles. But when I started to notice that, it's this thing I say about Amik all the time is that for all the punches he takes, he's learned to punch back. And sure enough, when I was watching the game live, when I noticed that he was getting kind of, he was having an off day. Like, sure enough, he came through with that blitz play to get that blitz. I think Crosby was involved in that too, but it was predominantly Amik coming off the edge. Do you remember that? I think that was in the third or fourth quarter.
Yeah. I remember the interception. I can't remember. I think it was third quarter. and then he basically threw it right to Merrick because he was tied up with he didn't see what was coming. And I said, Mac Jones, I thought was a better quarterback, but he's just been playing horribly this year. I actually was telling him, I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a Bailey Zappi signing. That didn't happen. But Mac Jones just didn't play well. And like you said,
that interception was horrible.
We beat an ass team, true. We're going up against the Bears, who are not the greatest. But right now we're sitting at 3-3, so at least we don't suck.
Right.
We're medium. We're middle of the road. We're 500.
I mean, I'm not impressed offensively. Like defense has to a point exceeded my expectation, but like this is a team we like on paper we should have won, and we did. Would have been nice to be a little bit more convincing, but at the end of the day, it's like I keep saying, just win, baby.
That's right.
And hopefully more of the same, if not better, next week. But I mean, it's going to be, I guess, the point of interest. What's going to happen at QB? I think Jimmy G is going to be out for an extended amount of time. Maybe he might not even be back. To hear that he was hospitalized for a back injury. I mean, anybody who suffered back injuries knows that they're no joke. They take as long as they can take a long time. I've suffered a few back injuries myself, and thoughts and prayers out to him. I hope he gets well soon. But if not, it looks evident to me that Brian Hoyer is the next man up. We have Aidan O'Connell, who I like as a developmental guy. Maybe he could be the guy in the future, but I don't think he's ready there yet. I don't think he's confident enough yet for the big lights to start. It seemed like that was the case in that Chargers game. I know there's that mentality of, look, trial by fire, let's just chuck him out, let's see how we go. But it seems like they're going to roll with Brian Hoyer as is the case with this game. He was the next man up. I thought he had some nice passes in between the red zone, but then when we get to said red zone, it's kind of where the offense starts to show its deficiencies.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we need to put it'd be nice to put on 7 points instead of 3 all the time.
Thank you. So,
that needs to be better. But on to next week. A win's a win. I'm going to try and stay on the positive, and hopefully, I mean, I've been one of the loudest in the room criticizing Brian Hoyer and why is he still on our roster. But at the end of the day, if he's our quarterback, I'm going to give him a chance. Hopefully, he's Brian, the Destroyer Hoyer, channeling his inner Conan. You know what I mean? Conan the Barbarian. The movie Conan the Destroyer. So Brian the Destroyer Hoyer. Hopefully, he turns out to be that guy, or even I don't know. Brian, ahoy there, mateys. You know what I'm saying? Like channeling his inner pirate. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right. That's right. But there's only one pirate other than the great Oaktown pirate. It's me and my daughter. That's a joke on the daughter, Amanda Black Widow, because we're pirates.
Right.
So there's only a few of us, but just remember,
it's part of the Raider image.
I got you.
I'm just making a play on his name. That is all. But what I'm trying to say is that, maybe I'm going to be hopeful rather than believing, so that he can do enough to win us some games. I've said it a few times on the record. I'm not going to backtrack. If Brian Hoyer is our starter for 4 games, we'd be lucky to win 1. I'm hoping he can prove me wrong. So we'll have to wait and see. But win's a win, and I'm going to focus on the positives.
Okay, now having said that, and people are saying, and you're saying it probably Hoyer's going to probably be in for about maybe a month, like I said, or if not longer. I say I want to see Aidan O'Connell, but I agree with you when you see more of the complex defenses, and I'd like to get some wins. And if Hoyer starts and does okay, which he did okay today, then go. But I also do, if we're not getting it done, then pull him. Right. I said, if he's not getting it done, then say, okay, well, you're not doing it. We're going to put in AOC to see maybe he can, and he'll get experience. So it's not a lose-lose. It's actually a win-win. Even if we don't win, it's a win-win because we went with Hoyer, who gives us a decent chance to win against teams that we should be able to beat. And if he doesn't, then you throw in Aidan O'Connell.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So what do you think about, so the Bears, we got the Bears, who I think could be a win. I think Detroit is a loss. I think the Giants is a win. So it's win, loss, win. The Jets, I was thinking would be a win. I think it still could be a win, but that's a toss-up game.
They're not a joke defensively.
Right. Defensively,
They've got young playmakers across the board. I mean, I don't watch too much football outside of Raider football, but even I know that. So, like, I guess for me, like, I don't try to look too far ahead of me. I want to focus on 1 week at a time. Just continue doing our thing. Don't lose focus on the now. Like, we got to take care of business. You know what I mean? Like, I find like sometimes when we look too far ahead and we think that we're all this and all that, that's when we start to stink it up and lay some goose eggs against teams we should be winning. Focus on 1 week at a time and just, keep building some momentum. I mean, a win's a win. That's only going to have us trending upwards, right? I mean, I'm still not sold on this being a playoff team yet, but, defensively, they've at least, offensively, we've been a disappointment in terms of efficiency and I guess points scored, you know what I mean? But like defensively has been a pleasant surprise. I've been happy with that. I mean, from what I understand, we've cracked the top 15 and yeah, it's still early days in the season, but there's still something. We also expected this much with the offense, and it hasn't quite happened yet. But defensively, has definitely been pleasing to see. Crosby doing Crosby things. The third-year guys taking third-year leaps has been very surprising and very pleasing for me. Secondary's been doing okay. Linebacker has been a point of strength. And interior, we've got guys like Jenkins, who's just emerged out of nowhere to be somewhat decent, and Nichols has been better the last couple of weeks. I'll give him that. Like, a guy who's been getting heavily criticized. And Crosby's doing Crosby things. So, and Michael Mayer, that's it. Mayer had a good day today. It was good to see him emerge. Jacobs, he's starting to slowly, he's starting to find his feet again. You know what I mean? He hasn't quite had that breakout game, but scored a touchdown, and his yards per carry has been getting better week by week. So yeah, there's more positives, and I'm going to try and focus on that. Right.
Well, I appreciate it. Like I said, that's why I'm not like I refuse to have people slander the coach, because again, he's our coach until such a time as he's not our coach. And then I would say, yeah, you might not like him. I don't like him all the time either, but like
I don't like him. I've gone on record many times to say that he was never my guy, and I'm still waiting to prove me wrong. However, I call it as I see it. I think it's been better with his adjustments these last couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The little things, being more diverse with the targets, getting other people involved rather than, it's always just Devontae or whatever. This week we were focusing on the tight ends. We made adjustments last week, which were the same this week. We saw Munford more at right tackle and seeing these tight ends getting more involved in the blocking game. And Josh Jacobs is starting to find his feet slowly again, you know what I mean? So, like, as much as I get on McDaniels, I think the adjustments has been, I've noticed, at least they're trying, and at least we're winning, right? So I'm not going to get on the guy, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Oh, and one last shout out, Daniel Carlson, finding his mojo again. I was hoping last week was an anomaly. What was he? How many field goals did he kick?
He well, let me see. It was 3. It was 16. It was 19. So 4
field goals. 4 field goals and a converted touchdown. So that's 5 from 5.
Yeah.
He missed 2 last week. One clutch kick was a miss. The other one was a batted kick. So but he proved that it was an anomaly. He found his mojo again. So shout out to Carlson.
And that's what it is. Okay. Big ups for my shipmate in Australia, Avikazi, and it's still in the chat. Like I said, we got the other Aussie in here, so we're double Aussieing. One on the screen, one in the chat. Thank you to Port Adelaide as well. Support these gentlemen. Avikazi Razor has his channel. In fact, let me get rid of the thing here. See if I got comments up. Crap.
It's all right. I can just say it out and they can spell it out. So yeah. AFAKASI Raider.
Yes.
That's AFAKASI Raider. Rafa, salute to you. You just said my name in the comment section. So if you YouTube search that, you'll find me. If you want, I do Raider content, much like Captain Jack. Go live usually Monday afternoon or Tuesday afternoons doing post games with my Raiders World Order brethren. Shout out to On 6 and Raider Joe. As well as we do the Good Morning Show on Thursday morning, 6:30. a.m. Pacific with my boy Nutty Nate. So we do other videos in between. I got other content going on, but that's predominantly what I do. So yeah, if you want some more greater perspectives, then that's my side of town.
There you go. And hello to everybody. Tell them I said hi, because like I said, I'm trying to take care of business and try to take care of me. Not in a good way, bad way, but again, love you guys, and I support you as I can. Even if I'm not there, I'm mentally supporting you.
I got you.
I want
my
you to
man.
know that. Hey,
All right, salute, shipmates. Y'all take care. Let's enjoy this win, and hopefully we can just continue slowly and steadily trending upwards.
that's it.
So anyways, take care. I'll catch you on the flip side for sure.
All right.
Go Reds.
Thank you there, shipmate. Good to hear from you. That's Avakasi. Arr. Good to see. Good to see. Good to see. We're gonna have Clayton come in here. Shipmate, you are probably gonna be my last what is it? My last inner call, because I need to go eat. It's a 90-minute show, and you're gonna be like my last 15. I can't hear you. Oh, I know you're on mute. I can't unmute. Okay, you wait. Okay. Now I can hear you. There you go. What's going on, man? I can hear you. I can hear you, Clayton. Whoopsie. Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you. You're good. You're good. Okay, no, I can't. No, unmute yourself. Okay. No, I'm not going to hear. Unmute your mic. I can't unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Okay.
Is that better?
Yes, I can hear you. I can see you. Let's talk.
I can't hear you.
Oh shit. You want to try it again? Do you want to try it again? This is this is funny. Come back on again. I come back.
Is that better?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? You can't hear me. That's okay. You talk to me.
Okay, well, all right. I guess we'll go from here. Good.
Good. Yes.
All right. Well, obviously the Broncos took a tough loss on Kansas City, so it is what it is. So that kind of bites. But congratulations to your team, buddy. You got a W.
Yes.
Oh yeah. How was did you have a good weekend?
Yeah. Good weekend.
Yeah. I did too. I helped my buddy. I've been sick for the last couple of days, so Friday I rested all day. Saturday I had a little birthday party to go to, and then Sunday I did watch some football, then help my buddy paint today. So today was a pretty good day.
It was a good day. Yeah.
Yeah, you got that big win. So now we got hopefully that couple of days, the extra rest, so we can beat them Packers.
Yes.
Because I think we got 9 or 10 days, but something's got to happen. We gotta spice things up a little bit. Marvin Mims more, or switch it up on D, or we got to do something.
Okay. Yep.
Because our defense, obviously 19 points is still a lot, but we held them 19. It should have been like 40 something, but we held them to 19.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just their offense. It was nothing. But I'm telling you, you guys are looking real good on defense, man.
On D, yes. On O,
you get 2 of those.
Yeah. Okay. On D, yeah. On O, that's right.
All right, I'll cut it short here. My phone's kind of blinking at me, so I don't know what happened. Like, so we'll catch you later, buddy. And I'm glad you at least got to hear me, then. Okay, bud.
You got it. Hey,
all right, I'll catch you later, buddy. All right.
Thank you.
Hey, Alexi, you always do a great job, man. I look forward to the nights, and obviously between you and all the guys, and I love to be active and just talk football. So, all right, you have a good one. Have a good night, guys.
You take.
All right, bye.
Take care. You take care, man. You take care.
Yeah, let's go.
So we got a little bit of time. Darren Ray can come in and talk about his Chiefs. Yeah, well, like I said, hey, but he's talking about his team. We're going to be here for about another, let's see here, Control B. Okay. You guys got, let me see, 15. Oh, I don't have to do the hand. You got 15 minutes to come in. Devontae must be see double and triple coverage almost every play. Myers gets a bit off it. Yes. Use the tight end more. use the tight end more. Darren, you can come in and talk about your Chiefs. That way we had 2 Chief fans in tonight because we had oh my goodness. My other Chiefs fan, I'm brain farting here. His name. I'm getting old. Darren Ray, the Chiefs fan, and then you had and I got it here. I can't remember what his name is. But Ricky Beavers, yeah. Sean Bronco fans humbled. They thought Peyton come in would save them. No. But we are gonna end with this. Okay, I'm bringing in my buddy, the Patriot fan, to end the show. We're going to talk about the game today because he is a Patriots fan. He's not a Cheatriot fan. He's a Patriot fan. So, Doc, what about going on today? What were your thoughts on today's game, sir?
I never got to watch it. I couldn't see it.
Oh, okay. Well,
It pissed me off.
all right.
But
Wow.
I heard it was kind of wacky. I don't know what's up with Mac. Jimmy Garoppolo, I heard, got hurt too.
Yes. Yeah, he has
Wow.
he has a back injury. He went to the hospital. He left a little bit before halftime.
Ooh,
He did not come out in the second half. Hoyer played okay, not great.
really?
Yeah, Hoyer played
You
okay.
played Brian Hoyer?
Yeah, because he was the number 2 quarterback. Aiden O'Connell was the emergency quarterback, so we had to throw Hoyer in there because he was the number 2. So that's why he played. And he played okay.
It's all right.
He's all right.
He's all right.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of pissed off at Bill, man. I don't know what Bill's doing with the team yet. I really don't understand what he's doing. I don't think anybody really does. I'm just if I think if the fan base could figure out what Bill is doing, they know what the hell to act like. But right now, it looks like we're going to take a nosedive. It looks that way, unfortunately.
And
I don't want Caleb Williams.
You don't want Caleb Williams?
No, I don't think he's coming out, dude.
I mean, again, I think he'll be okay. I don't think he's going to be the end all be all, like Patrick Mahomes is.
No, he ain't coming out, dude. I mean, we've already had a Heisman Trophy winner. We had Jim Plunkett, and you guys won with him.
Right.
We don't need another one of those, man. We need a quarterback who can play football, not some bullshit. And we need to get rid of Bill Belichick too. He needs to go away eventually.
Yes.
The problem, he doesn't have a quarterback who can take control of the offense. He doesn't have a field marshal like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or those kind of guys. That's what he needs. That's how come he won, because he had the guy 199 that was supposed to be basically thrown to the side, and he won 7 Super Bowls. He went to 10 of them, and he won 7. So I mean,
say 70% is not bad.
No, especially in Super Bowls. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 70% of your Super Bowls. Yeah.
I think that's the end of our Super Bowl time for a long time if we get back to one again. But we'll see what happens. I mean, right now, just let's dress up, show up, and see what happens until the end of the year. I don't know what's going to happen to Bill Belichick unless he drops. Either he becomes the manager, the GM only, or the coach only. But I don't think Bob Kraft's going to allow him to do both.
Yeah.
I think Bob Kraft's.
But see, I also think that I haven't seen like Bill O'Brien was supposed to improve the offense. Now, this is my question to you: does Bill O'Brien suck or does Mac Jones suck? Who sucks more?
I don't know. That's the problem, because Bill O'Brien did a great job with the Houston Texans, with Tom Brady, with all those guys. He did a great job. The problem he's having is that Bill Belichick is over his ass behind, unfortunately. And he's watching him like a hawk, basically trying to trip him up. I think Bill Belichick has to make a decision. Either do one or the other or just leave and call it quits. Yeah, I know that Bob Kraft wants him to beat Shula. But the reality is, if he's not going to beat Shula, let him go. Retire, go play with the academy again, and play, like your dad did, like his dad Steve, or go somewhere else and do something.
Now,
Move on.
how many games behind Shula is he?
Oh God, he's a ridiculous. More than 10.
Okay, I
Way
don't-
more than 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you guys are going to win 10 games.
No, he's not going to get that far. And I think Robert Kraft, his son, has even talked to him for what they've said. That look, Dad, we're going to make a decision. It's either the GM or the head coach. He can't do both. This is getting bad because he's making decisions that aren't helping the team. He really is. When he brought Tom Brady in, Tom Brady was being a mistake. That was supposed to be like, okay, yeah. Drew will be fine. Don't worry about it. But Drew got hurt. Tom took over, and the rest is history.
Okay, and I'm getting from the from people here. He's 17 games away from Shula. He's 1 game away from 300.
Oh,
So
geez.
he'll get. I think the Pats will get one more win this year.
If they do, it'd be nice.
Yeah, I think they'll get one more win, and I think he at least wants to get to the 300 mark. I don't think he's going to win 16.
No.
I mean, it's obviously he ain't doing that this year.
No.
So what he would have to do it from with another team, and then the question arises: is who wants to be that team, or does Bill just say "fuck it"? I'm still the greatest coach that ever was, and he can still say that because Shula only won 2 Super Bowls. Belichick-
Actually, he won.
okay,
he
wait.
won
he
one
won
with the
Colts. He won with the Colts.
Colts.
So
Yeah.
So he won 2 with the Dolphins. Thank you for that. He won 2 with the Dolphins. He won 1 with the Colts. So he won 3 Super Bowls. Belichick has won 6.
Yes.
As a head coach, and then he won with Parcells as the defensive coordinator. So he's been a defensive coordinator, winning Super Bowls with the Giants.
I think he won 2 of the Giants.
Yes, so he's been a winner of 6 Super Bowls as head coach, 2 as defensive coordinator. That's still 8 Super Bowls, and
There was
I think Shula. Okay, Shula was with the Giants before he would, because it was Shula and then Tom Landry who were with the Giants, and Vince Lombardi was with the Giants. So yeah, so they're all kind of like from the same kind of tree.
yes,
But yeah,
Parcells and
Yeah.
the other one before Parcells.
right. Yeah,
Was it Lombardi with them too?
with who?
With the Colts?
No, Lombardi was with the Giants, and then Lombardi went after he left the Giants, he went to Green Bay,
Yes.
won the Super Bowls in Green Bay. Then he went to Washington for like a year and a half. I'm not sure if he finished his second year, and then he died.
Oh wow, he actually died. Ooh, I didn't know that. I thought he retired and died somewhere else.
Okay, somebody said Shula didn't win a Super Bowl with the Colts. I thought
Yeah, he
that-
did. He
I
he
thought-
lost against the what do you call that? He lost against
Yeah,
the
he,
Jets.
he beat the Cowboys with the Colts, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He beat the Cowboys with the Colts, and I think that
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So, Facebook user, I think you're wrong, sir. I think that he beat the Cowboys with the Colts.
Yeah.
So-
I believe it was the Cowboys.
Yeah. So I think that the Super Bowl he won with the Colts, Chuck Howley was the MVP, and that was the only time that they had a most valuable player in a Super Bowl being from the losing side.
Really?
Yes, that I remember.
Wow.
Yeah, Chuck Howley was with the
Cowboys, right?
the Cowboys or the Dolphins. What? Yeah, with the Cowboys, and he was the MVP, but he was with the losers. So yeah, check that, Facebook user. I'm pretty sure that Shula was their Super Bowl winning coach.
Yeah, because he lost because he had Johnny U was on the sideline for the game against the Jets, and they brought him in against Namath, and Namath was like, "Whoa, they're bringing the golden arm out, man."
Okay, Shula was the Super Bowl 3. He lost Super Bowl 3 against the Jets.
Yes.
Jared said that Tom McCafferty was the coach who won with the Colts in Super Bowl 5. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was Shula.
I thought it was too.
My boo-boo, sorry.
Hey, I once thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken.
You know what you're full of, right? Yeah, we
That's
know.
right. That's right. I once thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. So
Hey, you know what? I've been wrong. I've been right. I've been left. You know, whatever. Sometimes straight in the middle. Don't matter.
yeah, no, Jared. It was from Jared. Jared gives me good information. He says, "Hey, and you are helping us out." Like I said, I can only do so much, Jared, because I'm running the show and I'm popping people in and I'm talking to them, and I have my knowledge here, and I don't look things up all the time. All the time.
No.
Willie Wayne looked it up too. Thank you, Willie Wayne. But again, I have a good general knowledge. I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong.
No, Lord.
That's it. I might not always be right, but I'm never wrong. And you guys got it as well.
Like
And-
somebody I once told recently, you know, they all called Super Naval Hospital QB Hospital because of the monkeys. I always remember that we were so far from QB Point, who knows which way to go. And that the only problem that I had with the hospital was the Chiefs mess. Other than that, I really didn't care. And meeting you and some of the guys at QB Point and at Naval Station people, I had a good time. I was very blessed.
yes.
And I always try to remind myself to be grateful for what I have, not for what I didn't have.
That's right. That's right. And yes, Don McCafferty was the Colts head coach. Thank you, folks, for those Facebook user. for
Thank
bringing
you.
it, and Jared for bringing it. Again, Willie Wayne. Thank you for that. Hey, like I said, this is for knowledge, man, and I want to
Yes.
make sure that we get the good knowledge out. But I know that Shula was in the Super Bowl that he lost because of the Jets. Garrison, yes, and Walt Garrison passed away 5 days ago. The great Dallas Cowboy. Doc, any
Jay?
further words?
My brother,
To you as well, partner. Good seeing you.
love you. Take care. Best of Lil, please.
I will. When I see him, I will be home tomorrow.
Okay. Safe flying, okay?
You got it. Hey, take care of yourself as well, Doc.
Good night. Love you.
Good night. Love you right back, brother. That's my brother, Cabral. Is it a Mandela effect? I don't know, Thrash. I'm not sure what that means. Mandela effect. I once thought I was I once thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken. I've never been wrong. I'm not always right, but I've never been wrong. Maybe that. I don't know what it is, but it's a play on words. Okay, folks, we are up at 7:30. It's 10:30 Eastern. I got to go get something to eat. We were on for an hour on Roku. We are on 30 minutes extra on my show. I appreciate you coming into the show. If you didn't catch the show live, leave a comment anyway. Even if you caught it live, leave a comment anyway. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself. Thank you there, Jared, for the safe travels. I said I will be back, traveling back to Florida tomorrow. Shula teams lost to Joe Namath, Joe Theismann, and Joe Montana. So he has a problem with Joe's. He has a problem with Joe's. It's a Joe thing. Thank you there, Facebook user. I appreciate that. Sean, thank you as well. Thank you for everybody. Leave your comments, leave your likes. Share it up. I love doing this. It gives me something good to do. You take care. Have a great week. I will be back with a show. I might do a show Tuesday, maybe. I will definitely do a show Wednesday. It will be the Wild Wild West show at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. That'll be the Wednesday show. The Thursday show will be, of course, NFL Nation Live at 6 Eastern, followed by my show at 9. And then I'll be on the road again. I'm going to Chicago on the road again. I'll be leaving Friday for the Windy City. And I can't wait to get on the road again. I know I kind of messed that up. But anyway, take care, everybody. Great hearing from you. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. Yeah, great win, Raider Nation. We're 3-3. Remember the wins. Take care.